Nice.
Thank you.
Well, that's because
Alright.
I've always seen this with Alyssa. That whole little family, they baby each other like that. They do that. That whole
I need some good juju to go down to my dad. He's
like
hunting,
the shit that
and I
kills
want
me is,
venison.
Ooh.
and it's not Anthony. It's just like Bailey and his little family part. It's like as much as they fuck with the
My
culture
team is
and want to be
actually
a part
so
of the
bad.
culture, they don't. They so quick to then just like it's us against them. Like that's my brother, that's my sister. Da 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 da. You're not that. You're not family, okay? But when you kicked your brother off from talking, and you kicked him off, like kicked him away, and wasn't talking to him, where was he? With me, crying over here, chilling, being good, paying attention, having niggas watch his back. So for you to be like, for you to sit there and be like, okay, well, we want him back now, bitch. Like, I'm like, people are not property, bro, and relationships are not property. You don't own a relationship of a person, bro. Right? Like, why does he come to you for all of these awkwardly very advanced and mature questions that you would ask your older siblings, but instead he's asking you of all people? Yeah, interesting, interesting, interesting. Oh no, it's not. I already know it's not. It's absolutely not. Like I said, with Melody and that whole situation, how she was acting all weird with my girl, like you can't push shit past nobody. Oh, you didn't know? My nigga. So during like this happened like the first time they had met, like it was like a little bit before Halloween type shit, and they had met, but she was acting like she was cool with me, but then she was like her analysts were kind of just like not really acknowledging my woman as much as I was sitting there and everybody else was chopping up with her, and then Halloween comes, and I was linking up with I'm linking up with Anthony to go. I'm linking up with Anthony to go to Isaiah's house to go to the party. But then I get so as I'm on the way to go get my girl and then pull up with them, they sit there and we're like, oh, we're just gonna go downtown instead. And we're like, all right, we'll just meet up with y'all down here because we already down here. So we pull up, we meet up with them, and then when we meet up with them, all of us met up together, but Anthony's cousin Melody was by the bar. And when I mean she was by the bar, she was across the street from Brass Monkey, right? Like waiting for us. And I'm like, and I see the line wrapped around the corner. So I'm like, in my energy, I'm hyped up, I'm turned up, da da da. I'm like, why the fuck you ain't in the line, nigga? Like, if you're gonna wait for us in the line. So then we just right there, right? So then she's like, you haven't seen me in forever, and this is how you say hi. But I'm like, what's good? Da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, whatever, nigga. But I'm like, this happens all the time. But I was like, but what's up? How you doing? Drip, drip, chat, 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 chat. And I say what's up, and I just reintroduced her to my girl again, even though I felt like y'all. But I was like, oh, y'all already met the last time, and then she was like, and she had said that, and but okay, cool. Now we all chilling, and as we're in the line, she had asked, she was like, where were you at before this? Like we're just chatting up, da 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 da, and Anthony was like, and I was like, why the fuck are we not at? Because I was like, why are we not at Isaiah's? Because I'm like, I was mad about the line. I'm like, bro, we didn't have to wait in this line. We were already at a party, da 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 da. Da. And then Melody was like, but then Anthony and Dom both were like, oh. Melody said she wanted to go. And then she was like, I didn't say I wanted to go. And now it's a whole bunch of nonsense, but I don't know what the fuck happened. I was there. So I was like, okay. And then I was like, fuck, we could have just, we could always just slide back. And then Melody asked me, what was I doing before this? I was like, she's like, what were you doing before that? I was like, work. And then she was like, and then why didn't you just come straight there after work? And I was like, I was waiting on my woman. Like, duh. Okay. Whatever, but I was like, okay, cool. So we get inside. Everyone's doing their thing. She disappears. Everyone else doing it. After
Am I getting the oh
Sorry,
god,
after
second dragon.
after we leave the nightclub, we walk out the door. Cool. Now we walking out the door. We all sitting out in front of like on the frontage of the bar. You know how everybody just be gathering and chatting.
No.
Anthony and Dom was like, we want to slide to the taco truck. So I'm like, cool. But then the next time, I see Anthony's girl and Melody go the other way. And I'm like, it's Halloween. It's packed as fuck out here. And the niggas walked in one way and the females walked in a different direction. And nobody knows what the... And I'm someone who was listening to both parties and they were both not on the same topic. So they went out to go look for them, but they went right there. Like that's what I'm saying. Like what?
Damn.
And so I call out to Bina and Melody. I was like, Bina, Melody, oh Bina, Melody. I'm screaming out, yo. Still can't hear me. Cool. Me and Jalen run over to Dom and Anthony, catch up to them, and we're like, yo, the girls went in a different direction. Let's go get them. They're like, okay. They were like, okay. Fucking why wasn't they just with us? I'm like, yo, guess is as good as mine. So we go back. We go back over there. As we go back over there, I see Melody at the car, chatting up with Bina in the car, and you know me. Now, I'm loud as fuck, and I was yelling, but I didn't know how loud. I guess I wasn't watching my tone about it, because I was just being abrasive. But I was just sitting there like, yo, y'all, I get y'all adults, I get y'all grown women, y'all are still women at the end of the day, and why are y'all women walking away from the group of niggas? Y'all, like what the fuck is going on here? Like this is it's packed as fucking Halloween. Shit, we don't know what could fucking happen. Everybody, y'all sitting here just doing your own things, not paying attention. Like what the fuck, bro? Like that's not cool. That's not cool at all, bro. We gotta be mindful. Like I don't know what. Come on, bro. And I'm like, then I'm sitting there like, get your asses out the car. Let's go. Like let's move on, bro. Let's go to the taco truck and then we come back over here so y'all can go about y'all separate ways and shit like that. You don't gotta move your car. Don't gotta do none of this extra shit for extra shit. Right. Boom. Melody talking about something. I don't want to be. I think I'm gonna go home, guys. And then she does this to me. Like, I don't want to be around this energy right here. And I'm just looking like, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? But I'm just like, okay, like go home. Like if you really feel that way about me giving a fuck, go home. Like, I don't care. Right. Anthony gets in the car, or Bina gets in the car, like one by one. Like Bina gets in the car, she checks. That's when she said that to me, and that's when she said that to like the group. Then she gets out. Anthony gets in the car, and he's like, "That's really what you're trying to do, cuzzo." Blah 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 blah. She's like, "Yes, for sure." And then Anthony was all like, "Me, I was talking you the same way, so I don't know why you're really getting offended about Jalen saying." About Jalen being that way, but I understand. Cool. Dom walks out the door and he's like, "Are you double sure?" And she's like, "Yeah." He slams her door, like he slams that shit tough. He booms her door and walks away from everybody. He just said, "Okay," boom, walks off. I'm like. But he did it so like straightforward, like, cause he's just like, "You're really gonna leave?" "Yeah." "Okay." Boom, gone. Like he didn't give a fuck. He really didn't give a fuck. And so I'll just sit there and say, "Oh, I sat there and was just like, okay. So then Jalen, so then my girl, she gets in the car last, and she's like, she basically is like, I don't know what y'all had beforehand. And then Melody was like, we didn't have anything before this. We haven't had no history. So, and my girl was like, okay. Anyways, like, don't let him
I fucking
ruin
did it
your
again.
whole day. Like, it just is what it is. Like, he was just, this is just where he was coming from. I apologize that he was speaking in that manner, yada, yada, yada. And then she was like, she gets out the car, right? We go, we go to the next spot. She don't fuck with me. And then then we all do our thing, and then we all leave, or effectively, right? Then the next morning, Anthony is messaging me. I noticed by the time I got home that because she had followed my girl, and I was like, oh, okay, for sure. But then I had noticed that she blocked me or unfollowed me, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever, don't care. And I was like, okay, don't care. And then Anthony is messaging me basically saying like, "What the fuck happened last night? You can't talk to my family like that. I know you loud." He's like, "I know you loud. I know it's this, that, and the third, but you can't do that." And I'm just like, "All right, my bad." But at the same time, I'm like, I was still this is like I said, this is where I was coming from. It is what it is. Sue me. I'm not tripping, right? Because apparently Melody is sitting here saying like she don't want to hang out with nobody in the group anymore. She don't even want to hang out with Anthony. And I'm like, that's crazy to do all that, and you're just mad at me. And I'm just like, that's. But you're really just jealous. I'm not fucking you. That's what it is. Who- And so I sat there and just because at the end of the day, she has no problem when she was talking that shit about who she's fucking around with, but still trying to like me. But then I get with somebody, you sneak dissing bitches. Cool, cool. So I don't care. So like I said, none of I moved forward. So then me and my girl go out the next day, and guess who we run into? Melody at the fucking place. So I say, listen. So I walk back up to her and I'm like, listen, for the sake of what it is, I was trying to speak to her. I started speaking stern, and she got child. I started speaking stern to her, and she walked away from me. So I said, you know what? Cool. I walked back up to her one more time, like a real ass. I clocked it like the realest nigga I've ever clocked in my life. I walked up to her and I said, look, if you got a real problem with me, I understand. You should not hang out. You should not be hang. You should not stop hanging out with your own fucking family because of me. So this is what we gonna do. I'm gonna be cool. I ain't gonna say shit to you no more. You want to handle you want to handle life how you want to handle it, cool. If you want to turn up the way you want to turn up, cool. I ain't gonna say nothing to you. I won't make conversation like that. I'll have fun, but I'll keep my shit and keep my shit cool. Don't don't be getting tight with me. Don't be doing all that shit with me. I'm gonna keep it cool. You keep it cool. We mind our business, right? She's like, all right. I'm like, can you agree with that? She's like, yeah. I'm like, all right. Shake my hand. She shook my hand, and I was like, all right. With that, there's peace, and I left. Boom. Then recently, me and Anthony went bowling, and Ty, his brother, and then fucking uh and then Melody was at the damn bowling alley, right? And this time, and then and then Anthony also had Kai. He also had his son with him, so we was just chilling, right? But this time, I'll tell you what, that motherfucker washed her mouth this time. She was on point this time. She did not. She was. She didn't try to start no buck beef or nothing like that. She still tried to act like she wasn't talking to my girl, even though I was sitting here like me and Anthony is getting drunk and turning up, so we speaking to everybody. So I'm speaking to her too, and she has no problem speaking, but she wants to act like she's being a little bit more confident again because of the fact that the majority of the people is her family. You know what I'm saying? Because Ty and Anthony are her cousins. You know what I'm saying? So she's trying to act like she ahead of the situation, but it's like it's some shit. It's some shit. But guess what happened anyway? She ended up leaving earlier than everybody else. She's like, I think I'm just gonna go. Okay. And everyone's just like, you really gonna leave? Yeah. Okay. Bye. We just let me and Jalen laughing at it, laughing at my ops. Ha 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 ha, laughing at my ops. What the fuck that nigga Jeffrey say? That's why. That's why I think it's so dumb when people try to go behind you for some plug shit. Like I was about to hit you up earlier today too. That's why I was trying to call you. You saw me trying to call you a bunch.
Oh my god, he parried me. Came with my fucking L2 skill to follow up on that, and he fucking parried it off and fucking stabbed me and killed me. God damn it. Yeah, dude. Yes, it was parry the platypus. Yeah. What up? Hey, hope you did too. Yeah, everything's going alright. Hmm.
Join me at Mac.
I'm gonna put it on in a minute. I literally just needed 4 seconds. I just threw chicken breast in the slow cooker. Gonna do. Well, they're boneless, skinless chicken breasts, but I'm more just doing it so that way I can just shred it and do barbecue pulled chicken. What in the fuck, dude? Fucking goddamn. These guys are great sword guys. I'm gonna get fucked up. Oh. You throwing sleep jars, bro? Fuck out of here with that shit. Oh, fuck. Fuck. One more. One more Great Jar Duelist left. Hello. In the trap. I try. That covers ridiculous. No fucking god damn it. We're done. We're done. An hour's fine.